Chelsea Green is here to explain the weekly creative process in WWE under Triple H, and I'm here to explain the lack of creative process in WWE under Triple H. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. And yeah, let's not beat around the bush. Let's just get into our quotes, and I'm going to debunk every single one of them. Alright, now here, this isn't me completely burying Chelsea Green because she's in the company, she's going to kiss Triple H's arse, whether you like it or not. And I actually think in terms of people who are entertaining, Chelsea Green's probably easily in the top 10 in modern wrestling, which may just highlight how bad it is. Anyway, let's get into her quote. She was speaking to Going Ringside, and that's what she had to say. Alright, and I quote, basically, it goes for Triple H down to the creative team, and they'll spend a week kind of moulding the show, moulding the look, the theme, the arc, and the storylines. Then it trickles down to another team of writers, and they'll write out the pre-tapes, scripts, and things like that. End of quote. Come on. That is just bullshit, man, right? And if it's actually legit, then what are they doing? See this, right? So Triple H, down to the creative team, they'll mould the show, right? So let's get into the things they mould, right? Paper mache of his fucking nose. That's the only thing this guy could mould. He could probably mould cheese, bread, typical stuff that would get moulded. He's not moulding a look. He's not moulding a theme. He's not moulding an arc. He's not moulding a storyline. Guy's moulding hee-haw, alright? So, yeah, I mean, it's crap. Right, so moulding a look. What's the look? Right? This guy can't mould a look. Big nose bastard, he can mould that, right? How many times do we need to sit here and say it, right? Back in the day, WWE, they knew how to mould a look for a show, right? If it was in England, right? Or hell, even if it was, like, in Scotland or whatever, it didn't really matter, but if it was in the United Kingdom, you would get the phone box, even though, the big red phone box, they're not renowned with every part of the UK, but you'd get it. You'd get the taxi, alright? You'd get the UK flag. You would get references to sports teams, right? That's a look, okay? That's a look. The Great American Bash, it would be this flamboyant stage with America coursing through the fanes of that arena. Then you'd get shows like Backlash, Armageddon, Unforgiven. It would have this like cold feeling to it. This just this badass feeling like, yeah, business is going to pick up here. Then you would have your SummerSlams, which would have this nice summery feeling, but it would still feel like fucking masculinity, man. Prime masculinity, muscles, brother, right? Then you'd have the Royal Rumble, and it would feel like this is the one shot you've got to book your ticket to WrestleMania. All hands on tonight. The road to WrestleMania, the Showcase, the Immortal Survivor Series. The look, it would be that team versus that team. They're going to war, right? And even when they did things like talk shows, like the highlight reel, what do you call it? Carlitos. The Cabana? Cool Cabana. I remember I had the action set of that. You had that, or the Cutting Edge, right? They used to like put effort into these things, like looks, and like different countries around the world, they would put looks in, right? Or different times of years, whether it be like a Halloween themed event. I mean, even look at like WCW, the amount of effort they put into like Spring Break. Look at today. The look, you want to speak about the look, Triple H? Every show feels the same. Every ramp is the same. Every ramp. Now, I'll say this, Clash in Paris, they put a wee bit of effort in with an Eiffel Tower, but see, for the most part, it's always the same shit. It's always the same shit, so the look out the window. The theme, I've kind of covered the theme. The look and the theme can kind of blend into one, I guess. The theme is shite. Right, so move on for the look and theme. We've covered them back in the day. They used to do a great job. Each pay-per-view felt different, right? Each stage felt different. Oh, they were epic, man. Look how good we had it, right? And you could seriously, like, the times of the year, like, back when wrestling was over, right, and everyone was into it, you used to associate the time of year with wrestling. Well, I know I did. Like, the new... I remember being a kid, man, right? And buzzing. Like, I remember thinking in September, October, I know a lot of yours will be the same, right? I remember thinking in September, October, oh fuck, I can't wait to January, man, you get the Royal Rumble. I mean, I couldn't give a fuck of see the Royal Rumble, man. It could be happening at those blinds, right? In the 20-acre field we've got. I wouldn't open them. But I remember thinking that back in the day. Like months before the Rumble. I can't wait for that, right? Remember, you get to like winter, autumn time, right? Survivor Series. It's great. SummerSlam. Remember thinking, oh, off school, get to fucking stay up and watch SummerSlam. That's brilliant. Remember staying up watching WrestleMania, because it always fell around like Easter sometimes, and it was great. What do you get now, man? There's nothing. And then like she's like the Ark. Where's the Ark? The Ark of what? Noah's Ark. There's no arcs. Where's the arcs? And the storylines. Where's the fucking storylines? No, where is it? Where's the actual story? Well, what storylines has Chelsea Green done? Right? What storylines has she done? She lost her belt and she hired, a skinny Scottish woman and a fat Scottish woman. That's not really a storyline. You look up and down the road. Where's the storylines? Where's John Cena's storylines with AJ Styles coming up? Where's it with Brock Lesnar? What was the storyline with Randy Orton? There's no storylines. It's just two guys meet in the ring, have a talk for 5 minutes. You speak for 2.5. I speak for 2.5. Bye bye. See you at the pay-per-view. Yay. Crap. Then she says, then it trickles down to another team of writers. I mean, fuck, another team? What team's this? The A-team? They'll write out the pre-tape scripts and things like that. Right, then she said, and I quote, from there, it's given to the talent, depending on who it is. We either memorise the script and go out there, or we improvise. It just depends on the trust and faith WWE has in you, and also maybe how creative you are. Maybe how much you love to improvise. I love improvisation, I love comedy. I like to rework a script to be really outlandish and ridiculous. Then I like to surprise my scene partner with things I'll say in the moment to try and make them break character. We also have things like rehearsals and walkthroughs for backstage segments and anything going live, because at the end of the day we've got a set amount of time. The minute we go over, we're taking away from somebody else's precious minute in the ring or backstage. You never want to do that. I want to make sure as many wrestlers are seen on TV as week as possible. End of quote. Well, see, that's the wrong mentality. That is the wrong mentality straight away, right? Now, from a WWE perspective, right, they want to make it feel like a family, right? But see, back in the day, everybody was striving to be the best. See this? I want as many wrestlers to be on TV every week as possible. That's garbage. See, that mentality, that needs to get fucked in the bin. What should be on Raw and SmackDown should be the best of the best. It shouldn't just be a case of if you're a wrestler, you're on it. Oh, I want us all to share screen time. Chelsea Green should want the 2 hours. That should be the mentality installed. See Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? See in 98, 99. Does he want a 15-second promo backstage so he can give 15 seconds to the oddities? No, Austin wants to take up like a third of the show. Bischoff explained his booking process, and he said that he wanted his main attractions to take up a third of the show. And that's what they should take up. I'm not saying Chelsea Green is the main attraction of a show, but my point is, your main attractions and your big draws should take up the bulk of a show, right? Should take up the start, big portion of the middle, and the end. That should be it. But what we've got today is a bunch of fucking losers wanting everybody to get a piece of the pie. And what happens when everybody gets a piece of the pie? Your wee piece of the pie is that minuscule, you can't taste fuck all. And on that note, Triple H couldn't book Dick. Honestly, man, this guy couldn't book in a library. He's pish.